Hello, friends. Welcome to Azure Reference Architecture Guide series. This is the first chapter in this series. We are going to discuss the introduction. So let's take a look at the agenda for this course. So in this course, we are going to discuss the purpose of the course, why I'm making this video throughout this series. And you will be understanding the website background and also the what is minimum requirement for this course to start and the technology stack used throughout this series and also the roadmap for the entire course. So let's begin the session to understand the purpose of the course. If you are assuming that you are new to the Azure and you are planning to learn Azure and Azure concepts and you do not have any practical experience and this is the right place, and also looking for the step-by-step practical guide. Sometimes you may get a concepts, but you will not be getting the actual step-by-step practical guide. But in this course, I'm trying to actually cover the step-by-step practical guide with the reference architecture, showing the proven best practices. It's not just the theory, it is complete practical session. So you might have seen my other videos on the .NET Core Web API series. So it's going to be similar pattern, completely practical. And while doing the practical, you will also be able to understand some of the basic concepts of the Azure. So, and also you will get the hands-on experience on how to create the Azure resources and also how to automate the Azure resources. So this is the purpose of the course. Let's go back to the agenda, which is the website background. So let me bring my website. As part of this course, I'm actually creating the website called icodeforyou.com. So this is the domain I have registered for now, but this might change in the future, but I'll be updating as part of the course. So the purpose of this website is actually provide the reference architecture guide on a different technology stack. So I've created a different technology here. You can look at the .NET Core Web API series and also the Azure basic architecture. So which is the current series. And I will be making another video on the microservices architecture, Kubernetes, and the enterprise level architecture. So for now, let's focus on the Azure reference architecture. So the throughout this website or throughout this series, I will be using the different technology stack like a Blazor or the React JS for the front end, .NET Core REST API for the backend microservices creation, and Azure DevOps for creating the CI/CD pipelines. And you will see the Azure cloud infrastructure technology as part of this particular series. So once you click on this particular product, you will see the sequence chapters. So I'm going to continue this. So far I've started a few videos. So I will be listing chapter wise, chapter 1, 2, 3. So you can go in a sequence, or if you are willing to jump into the particular topic, for example, if you want to know what is the naming conventions used for Azure, you already know some of these things. So it's always recommended to watch in a sequence so that you will be able to follow me, or you will be able to understand the concepts clearly instead of jumping. But I would recommend going in a sequence. So if you want to look at step by step, you can click on the step by step, and I've also written complete details about each and every video here. So for now, for example, we are discussing the chapter number 1 on the Azure reference architecture. I sometimes call Azure basic architecture or Azure reference architecture guide. So that's all about my website background. Let's look into the prerequisites. So if you want to continue journey, you definitely need the Azure account so that you will be able to create all these resources along with me, the practical guide. So just to go back to the website background, this website is hosted in the Azure with the microservices running in the behind the scene. That is what I'm going to explain throughout the journey. So this is completely a live project hosting in the Azure cloud with the industry best practices. So back to here, you need the Azure account in case if you are new to Azure, you want to understand how to create the free subscription in the Azure. You can look at my video here on this link. I'm providing this link. And also you need the Visual Studio Code for creating the RM templates. As I mentioned, I'm going to follow the industry best practices. So you will not be creating all the time resources using the Azure portal. So you have to create, you might be creating the resources using the RM templates and automating through the CI/CD pipeline. And if you have the Visual Studio 2022, which is latest version of the Visual Studio, it is recommended it is useful for managing your RM templates in a solutionizing. And the next one, you will always, as I mentioned, see the latest and greatest information on this portal. And I sometimes use the AK Lab as the company prefix. So in your case, you might be using your company prefixes. And the tech, coming back to the technology stack. So this is the technology stack I'm going to use throughout this series. For example, I'll be covering creating the account or tenant subscriptions and talking about some of the billing information, how to generate alert on the billings, talk about the Active Directory, and I will also be talking about the set up the RBAC and creating the resources and app service environment, app service plans, and creating the API apps and web apps inside the app service plans. So part of this series, I will be pretty much focusing on the PaaS model, platform as a service. So these the technology stack you see here is following the PaaS model. So I will be talking about the Azure SQL Server database, Cosmos DB. Some part of the website need the NoSQL, so I will be talking about the Cosmos DB, Document DB, and also require the storage account, application insights, Redis cache, API management. So this is a big resource. So we are going to discuss about the API management, also Azure Key Vault, and you will see the rest of the technology stack. So each and every technology stack listed here, I'm going to talk throughout this series. So this is the first chapter. Hope this is helpful. And if you want to continue, so stay with me. Thank you very much.